Welcome students. In the chapter of limit, yesterday we have discussed about LHL and RHL. कल हमने देखा कि बाई सीमा यानी कि LHL और दाई सीमा यानी कि RHL कैसे ज्ञात की जाए, और साथ में हमने देखा था कि H टेंड्स टू 0 कैसे होता है। ये 3 पॉइंट्स हम कल पढ़ चुके हैं। आज हम बात करते हैं कि अलजेब्रा ऑफ लिमिट। व्हाट इज द अलजेब्रा ऑफ लिमिट्स? सपोज देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ फंक्शन f and g, which the both functions are real functions with common domain d। मतलब क्या है? यदि दो फंक्शन f और g वास्तविक फंक्शन है जो एक डोमेन d पर परिभाषित है, तो हम उन दोनों फलनों के द्वारा 4 अन्य प्रकार के फलन प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। We can obtain 4 types of function by using of both the function f and g. Then what are the next type of function will be? Let us see here. If I am taking first one function first one will be if f is a function with common defined on domain D, means we can say f and g, two type of function f and g are real functions with common domain D. Then the algebra of functions will be given as, this implies algebra of functions given as, you can see here first type, if I add or subtract, if I am taking f plus minus g, यानी कि हम कह सकते हैं एक फलन कौन सा था, fx था, उसमें दूसरा फंक्शन कौन सा है, gx है, तो उसको इस प्रकार लिख सकते हैं, और उसको लिखने का तरीका ये भी हो सकता है f प्लस माइनस g ऑफ x। मतलब यहाँ पे दो फंक्शन का एल्जेब्रिक एडिशन और एल्जेब्रिक सब्ट्रैक्शन किया जा सकता है, तो उनको लिखने का तरीका ये रहेगा। इसको इस रूप में ना लिख के सेकेंड रूप में लिखो। सेकेंड रूप क्या होगा, f प्लस माइनस जी ऑफ x, और इसको हम लिख सकते हैं कितना, fx प्लस माइनस gx। सेकेंड वन, if I am multiplying both the functions f and g, means f into g, then the functions given as the multiplication of fx into gx. And third one, f bata g of x is equal to, this one is given as fx upon gx, but here is the condition, here is the compulsory condition that gx should not equal to 0. Why? Because this function, this type of function is defined in the terms of rational function. That's why we know that numerator will not equal to 0. You can write, again we will see the limit, the algebra on limit, algebra of limits by using these type of functions. See here, first type of limit x tends to 0, or here I am writing f plus minus g. Okay, first suppose let limit x tends to 0 of fx is equal to L, and second one, limit x tends to 0 of gx is equal to m. Then the algebra of limits will be obtained like this. Then first point will be limit of x tends to 0 f plus minus g of x will be given as, you can see here, how can I represent this type of function? I can represent in the terms of fx plus minus gx. Then I am using here limit x tends to 0. Here I am writing fx plus minus of gx. Again, limit says if we are adding or if we are subtracting two limits, then the limit will be separated by two parts. दोनों प्रकार के फलन के लिए जो सीमा है वो क्या हो जाती है, अलग अलग हो जाती है। तो यहाँ पे जो सीमा बन जाएगी उसको हम इस प्रकार रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे, लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0 एंड यहाँ पे फंक्शन क्या आ गया, fx आ गया। सेम प्लस साइन है तो प्लस लेना है और माइनस साइन है तो माइनस लेना है। दूसरा क्या हो जाएगा, लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0 और यहाँ पे हो गया कितना, gx। तो इसकी वैल्यू हमने कितनी एज्यूम कर रखी है, l, तो दिस विल बी l एंड दिस विल बी m. Then we can write the algebraic limit of function f and g as l plus minus m. Second function, for second type of function we can obtain the algebra of limits as, if I am taking limit x tends to 0 and f is multiplied by g and x, it means both of the functions are the function of variable x. Then limit will be defined like this. Then the function will be fx and the multiplication by gx. What is the rule of limit says that we can put the limit on both the functions separately. मतलब हम दोनों प्रकार के फलन पर अलग अलग सीमा लगा सकते हैं। तो सीमा क्या कहती है, लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0, यहाँ पे क्या हो गया, fx हो गया इनटू सेकंड टाइप पे फंक्शन पे क्या लगेगी, लिमिट x टेंड्स टू 0 ऑफ gx। तो मतलब हमने इसको क्या मान रखा है, l मान रखा है, इसको क्या मान रखा है m, तो ये बन गया l इनटू m। थर्ड टाइप ऑफ algebra of limit, if I am taking function in the form of f upon g, you can see here clearly that both type of functions are the functions of variable x. Then I can write in the second form as x tends to 0 and I can write fx upon gx. The rule of limit again says that if the functions are written in the terms of fx upon gx, then the limit will be separated for both type of functions. Okay, then I can write like this, limit x tends to 0 fx upon limit x tends to 0 of gx. Then I can write this type of function, the limit of fx is given as l, and this type of function means the limit of gx is given as m, but the condition is given as m should be not equal to 0. This is the third condition. Fourth one condition, if I am writing the function in the terms of fx to power gx, fx to power gx, if the function is written in the terms of fx to power gx, it means one function is written in the power of second function, then the rule of limit says that the limit will be separated for both type of parts. Okay, then I can write limit x tends to 0 of fx to power limit x tends to 0 of gx. It means I can say what is the limit of fx at x is equal to 0 given as l, means I can write l to power m. This is the another part of algebra of limit. Next one, fifth one, if limit x tends to 0 and function fx is multiplied by any constant k, means we can find sorry, we want to find the limit of k into fx at x tends to 0. Then what is the effect of k? Then the rule of limit says that the constant value which has no effect of x, then we can take it from outside. हम इसको कहाँ ले जा सकते हैं? बाहर ले जा सकते हैं. मतलब k तो आ गया बाहर और लिमिट क्या होगी? लिमिट x tends to 0 of fx means we can write like this k into l, where k is constant but l is the limit of function fx. You can write. In the next part, fifth one, if I am writing the function like as limit x tends to 0 and mod of fx, first you have to know the effect of modulus function. Then first we have to find out the definition of modulus function. As you have told in the earlier classes that what is the function, what is the importance of modulus function. Modulus function will always convert any value to positive. I want to say that if fx may be positive or negative, but if we take modulus of function fx, then the obtained value will always positive. Then you have to remember this value can be positive or negative, but mode. These two parallel lines will convert the value into positive. This is the importance of modulus function. Okay, what is the effect when we are taking function as modulus function? The rule of limit says that the limit can be taken inside the modulus function. And if we can take like this, means mod of limit x tends to 0 of fx, then we can write mod of L. What is the value of L? We don't know actually, it is positive or negative. Then you can remember the obtained value will be positive. Whatever the value of L, it may be positive, it may be negative, it may be 0. Okay, in the next part, if we are taking sixth part, if we are taking fx is less than equal to gx, two functions given as the function fx is lesser function than gx function, both have common domain D, then the limit, what is the effect? What is the effect of limit will be here. We can see if I am taking limit x tends to 0 fx will always less than limit x tends to 0 of gx. You can remember directly L should be less than or equal to m. This is the effect on limit. This is the algebra. Another part, okay, if I am taking seventh part, if I am taking limit x tends to a of fx is equal to minus infinite or plus infinite, then the limit of x tends to a 1 upon fx will always equal to 0. These all are the algebra of limits. You can write Okay, in this section we have discussed what is the algebra, what will be the algebra of functions, sorry, of limits of given functions. As we have discussed, total 7 or 8 points were there, in which what is the effect if we are adding, if we are multiplying, if we are dividing the functions, if we are multiplying any function by any constant value, if we are writing any function in the power of another function, what is the effect will there of the limit. We all these all types of limits we have discussed earlier. Okay, in the next section we will discuss about methods of limit, how we can find the limit of any function. There are some defined methods. By using that these methods we can express how the limit can be calculated. मैं क्या कह रहा हूं, यहाँ पे जब हमने इससे पहले बात की कि जो सीमाएं हैं, जो लिमिट है फंक्शन की, उनकी अलजेब्रा क्या होगी. अलजेब्रा का मतलब होता है कि जब कुछ फंक्शंस हैं उनको यदि ऐड किया जाए, उनको मल्टीप्लाई किया जाए, उनको एक फंक्शन में दूसरे फंक्शन का डिवाइड किया जाए, एक फंक्शन को दूसरे फंक्शन की पावर में लिखा जाए, एक फंक्शन का किसी कांस्टेंट वैल्यू से मल्टीप्लाई किया जाए, इस प्रकार की कुछ सीमाएं हमने देखी. और उसमें जब फलन में सीमा पर प्रभाव देखा तो हमने देखा लिमिट क्या करती है, हर एक फलन पर अलग अलग लागू हो जाती है. लिमिट का ये रूल है, याद रखिए. अब हम बात करते हैं कि जो लिमिट है उसको कैलकुलेट करने के मेथड्स क्या क्या है. देन आई एम राइटिंग हियर द मेथड्स ऑफ कैलकुलेटिंग द लिमिट. Calculating the limit. There are total 7 methods. What will be the 7 methods? I am writing here. First you can write here. First one, substitution method. Second method is what we can say Gunankhand, means, okay, I am watching this, factorization method. Factorization method. Third method is rationalization. Or double rationalization. Method. Next one is expansion method. Next one is x tending to infinite method. Sixth one is simplification method. And the last one is D.L. Hospital rule. Okay, there are total 7 types of method of calculating the limit. It means how we can calculate the limit of any function. We can calculate the limit of function by using these methods one by one, step by step. It means the most used method is substitution method. This is the common method in every method. What is substitution method? In the substitution method, we directly put the limit in the function. I'm again saying, listen, what is substitution method? प्रतिस्थापन विधि, इसको हिंदी में कहते हैं प्रतिस्थापन. तो प्रतिस्थापन से यहाँ पे मतलब होगा कि लिमिट जिस वैल्यू की ओर टेंड्स कर रही है, हम डायरेक्टली उस वैल्यू को फंक्शन के अंदर रख देते हैं और लिमिट को कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. Then you can write first one is substitution method. Okay, first thing you have to remember here. First we will discuss about some indeterminate रूप फॉर्म्स. यहाँ पे टोटल 7 रूप ऐसे होते हैं जो इनडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म में होते हैं. वो कौन कौन से होते हैं, सबसे पहले उनकी बात करते हैं. ओके, वी कैन टॉक इट. Before discussing the methods of calculating the limits, we have to discuss about indeterminate forms. There are total 7 forms which can be defined as indeterminate forms. What will be they were? First one is 0 upon 0 forms. Second one is infinite upon infinite. Third one is 0 into infinite. Fourth one is infinite minus infinite. Sixth one is 1 to power infinite. Fifth one, sixth one is infinite to power 0, and seventh one is 0 to power 0. These are total 7 forms which are called indeterminate forms. You have to remember all these forms. The most important form is 0 upon 0 and infinite upon infinite. These two forms are very important. You have to remember all these types of forms. Then we will discuss about substitution method. What is substitution method? First one is ये मेथड क्या होगी, सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड क्या होगी. सब्स्टिट्यूशन से जैसे हम समझते हैं इसका मतलब है प्रतिस्थापन. It says then if x tends to any value c, then we have to put directly x is equal to c in the function. हमें क्या करना है, अगर x की जो वैल्यू है वो किसकी ओर टेंड्स कर रही है, c की ओर, तो फंक्शन के अंदर डायरेक्टली वो वैल्यू पुट अप कर देनी है और जो लिमिट है वही उसका लिमिट की वैल्यू होगी. तो हम कह सकते हैं limit if x tends to c f of x is equal to fc. This is the substitution method. But the important part is this method will be what we can say, this method, ये मेथड काम करेगी उस सिचुएशन में जब इनमें से कोई भी इनडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म ना बने. हम कह सकते हैं if by putting x is equal to c, if we don't get any indeterminate form, ये मेथड इसी सिचुएशन में काम करेगी कि कोई भी इनडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म ना बने. अगर इनमें से कोई भी इनडिटरमिनेट फॉर्म बन जाए उस स्थिति में ये जो सब्स्टिट्यूशन मेथड है ये काम की नहीं है. तो उस स्थिति में हम क्या करेंगे, जो नेक्स्ट मेथड है वो हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे कि हाउ द अनदर मेथड विल वर्क हियर. ओके, वी कैन टेक एन एग्जांपल टू एक्सप्लेन दिस टाइप ऑफ मेथड. आई एम टेकिंग एज I'm taking fx is equal to, first type of function I'm taking x plus 2. Then the limit at x is equal to 1. What is the limit at x is equal to 1? Then the limit can be written as x tends to 1 and function, what is the function fx? We can put the value of fx, x tends to 1, here x plus 2. If we directly put x is equal to 1, then we can clearly see here that we are not getting any indeterminate form. We are directly calculating value by putting 1. If I put 1 in the place of x, then the value will be 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. This is the method. This is the substitution method. And second one example, I am taking as fx is equal to x square minus 1 upon x minus 1. And I am calculating the limit at x is equal to 1. Then I can write in the type of the limit in the form of limit x tends to 1. Here I can write function fx. I have to put the value of fx here. Then the value will be limit x tends to 1. Here I can write x square minus 1 upon x minus 1. And here I can directly see, if I put 1 in the place of x, then the value will be 1 square means 1, 1 minus 1 0 upon 1 minus 1 0. It means here I am obtaining the form in terms of indeterminate form. That's why here the substitution method will not work. In these types of conditions, we will use another methods given here. You can note down it. Okay. The next remaining methods we will discuss in next class. If you have any doubt for this class, you can ask me by commenting any comment in the comment box. Okay, thank you.